News This Morning.
Good morning, I'm Amelia Lee. The time is 6:31 and the date is August 30th. It's time to check in with weather with meteorologist Tim Drawbridge. And Tim, we have football coming up. We have Labor Day coming up. So what does that weather look like for that as well as the rest of our working week next week?
No pressure, right? With everything going on. Hey, guess what? Got to just get through today. And like we promised yesterday, get the break in the heat heading into tomorrow. And then we get the break with the humidity big time as we get into Labor Day on Monday. All right, heat index feels like values, 3 digits. Yes, that's what we got to deal with again this afternoon. We've dealt with it all week, so just patience, patience, patience with the weather department one more day. Little fog that's still hanging around as we look from the station down along the valley floor here in Hazard. Some visibility is a little bit lower, especially down 64 into West Virginia. Again, Charleston, the visibility less than a mile, and it's a warm start to the day again. Mid upper 60s, lower 70s. Not much regarding cloud cover across the region right now. Will be a spectacular sunrise in this afternoon. We'll see how the sunset goes. Should be colorful with an isolated shower, thunder shower pattern. Low end rain chances and a high of 95. Like Amelia alluded to, lots of activities for this holiday weekend. We'll time it out for you with the Air Reach First Alert 7-day forecast in a few moments. Amelia?
Tim, thank you. Kentucky State Police have identified the woman killed Thursday night in Leslie County. Early yesterday morning, Leslie County deputies were called to a trailer home in the Wootton community in response to a reported gunshot. Deputies found Mary Andrews of London had been shot. She was taken to the hospital where she later died. Police later arrested William Pennington of Wootton. State police say it's early in the investigation.
At this point, that's something we're still investigating. We've got questions that we're trying to get answers to. As of right now, we're trying to get all the pieces together of what transpired and what led up to the actual shooting itself.
Pennington has been charged with manslaughter and is being held at the Leslie County Detention Center. A man is accused of setting a house on fire in southern Kentucky. London police say through a joint effort with Kentucky State Police, they arrested Brandon Dixon. The arrest follows a Sunday house fire on North Mill Street, which fire crews say appeared to be intentionally set. Dixon is charged with arson. He's being held in the Laurel County Detention Center. Predators are using new technology to threaten kids in Kentucky. One school district is taking action to make sure parents stay ahead of criminals. The FBI is investigating an exploitation case in Greenup County. A student sent a picture of their face to a scammer on TikTok. The scammer then threatened to attach the picture to nude photos unless the student paid up. Although the scam happened off campus, district leaders say they can't ignore what happened.
It created an opportunity for us to educate our parents, our community, and even ourselves on how our students can handle those things a little better.
District leaders will meet next month to organize a cyber safety training session for parents. 2 men are accused of stealing wire from a coal mine. It happened at the Cobra coal mine on Kentucky 233 in the Gray community in Knox County. As the suspects were trying to get away, a deputy says he was forced off the roadway to avoid a head-on collision. The driver, 29-year-old Michael Flanelli, and the passenger, 29-year-old Abraham Flanelli, both of Williamsburg, were eventually arrested. They faced various charges and were taken to the Knox County Detention Center. A man was arrested in Wayne County after police found drugs in a car. Police stopped a car on Kentucky Highway 90 after finding Johnny Sweet, a man they say had an active arrest warrant. Police say they found drugs in plain view. Sweet now faces drug trafficking charges. He was taken to the Wayne County Detention Center. Governor Andy Beshear hosted a Team Kentucky update yesterday. He announced some numbers in reference to seized drugs in July. Governor Beshear says the total value of drug seizures completed by troopers with Kentucky State Police amounted to more than $9.6 million. He says this included more than $5 million worth of meth and $3 million worth of cocaine. Kentucky State Police made 318 drug arrests in July. Yesterday, Laurel County Sheriff's Office reported a missing person. Griffin Kitabayashi was last seen on the park and ride lot in North London off US 25. He is a 27-year-old man described as 5'11" and weighing 160 pounds with brown hair. He's said to drive a 1999 Honda Civic and the license plate of L1T756. If anyone knows his location, you are asked to call Laurel County Sheriff's Office at 606-864-6600. The Kentucky Transportation Cabinet is rolling out new technology designed to detect wrong-way drivers. It's called the Wrongway Driving and Integrated Safety Technology System, and here's how it works. First, the detection system identifies a driver going the wrong way in real time. Then, it activates warnings to discourage the wrong-way driver. Finally, it warns other drivers and first responders there is a driver going the wrong way. It's the first of many steps transportation leaders hope will increase safety.
Wrong-way crashes happen in different places, not just on ramps, not just on interstates. So after the testing and the evaluations are completed, we'll know more about where we can implement the projects.
The Kentucky Transportation Cabinet says there's been 216 wrong-way crashes in the state since 2015. 69 of those were deadly. During the next month, pilot programs will roll out in Fayette and Jefferson counties. One Eastern Kentucky restaurant was given movie Replica money. Jenkins police say 2 teenagers used the fake $20 bills to pay for their meal at Paco's Mexican restaurant. Director of Compliance and Enforcement, Chris Anderson, says they have identified the teens responsible and have resolved the situation.
The parties that are responsible for this are working to make it right, which is good. You know, kids make mistakes. We understand that. We don't necessarily want a kid's mistake like this to be something that will stick with them forever, especially if they're willing to own up to it and make it right.
The Sheriff's Office in Laurel County is also warning about replica movie bills being used in the community. Officials with FEMA announced a disaster recovery center will be returning to southern Kentucky. A mobile disaster recovery center will be available in Whitley County. The unit will be open from September 3rd through the 6th. Officials say the center will be used to assist people impacted by severe storms in May. Police announced crews will be working on roads in Pineville later today. Officers with the Pineville Police Department announced crews will be paving in the city starting at 6:30 this morning. The paving will happen at Cherry and Virginia Avenues. Police are asking people to move their cars by the start time. Some Kentucky lawmakers are leaving for Taiwan today. Senate President Robert Stivers is among a delegation of legislative leaders from the U.S. visiting America's 8th largest trading partner. In a news release, Stivers says the hope is to expand economic and educational opportunities in the future.